Welcome to this week's episode of On the Ranch. Today we're going to be talking about our fodder system. The hydroponic fodder system. We are putting basically 170 pounds of wheat and sunflower in the back end of this every day, pushing them forward. 6 days later on the other end, we're harvesting roughly a ton of feed. A little bit less right now because we're not using all the racks, but around a ton of feed. So Nick's going to show you how we're going to plant and show you the growth periods we got within the next 6 days and show you what it's all about. Go ahead, Nick, let's take it.
So this is all you guys got to do to seed one tray. We put about 2.5 pounds of seed on each mat to make a mat.
Nick, how much is each of these biscuits? Each of the three, there are 3 biscuits right here on this tray. Roughly, what are we getting out of each biscuit now?
We're getting around 19 pounds of biscuit. It's a little under 7 pounds per pound of seed. We're also mixing some sunflowers in, and so that's something that they haven't ever really showed the numbers on. But we do it to get the vitamin E and to get a little bit more protein out of it.
Well, as you can see, this section of feed right here, it's our first day. This was actually planted yesterday morning. We haven't harvested anything this afternoon, so this is about 24 hours later. This is our second day of feed. You can see it starting to sprout a little bit. You know, the wheat and the sunflowers both, they're starting to sprout. You're starting to see a little bit of a root begin and start to grow. This is day 3. You're starting to see a little bit of green vegetation. The roots are really getting strong, pulling that mat together, starting to bind it up. The green's starting to grow. Day 4, lots of green. You see can see the sunflowers starting to head out. You see the black seed of the sunflower starting to pop off of the green of the plant itself. The wheat's getting thicker. Day 5, now we got green grass starting to get there. You know, the deer actually love the root mass just as much as they like the green, so it's not like they're wasting anything. They clean 100% of that up. Day 6, you've got a good fresh deal, ready to harvest, ready to go. Deer are going to devour it. They come in hard, they eat it, they don't leave. Like I said earlier, about the only thing that's left is some seeds that didn't, sprout. This is the whole system. Shooting to the back of the building. This, as we span over to the right, this is shooting the very front of the front of the building, I guess, where we harvest it. The back of the building, I don't know how you want to call it. Okay, if you look right through there, you can see the misters going off. They go off for 18 seconds every hour. So it'll start at the top and feed all the way down, go to the next side, feed all the way down. Okay, guys, this is the end of our 6 days. The fodder is going to come out. It's going to be like this. It has a root mass. Then your green. You see some of the sunflower seeds there. Nick will let me have one. Just basically a sunflower seed. They're kind of tasty. This has got a little bit of mold on it. This is not a bad mold. You don't talk about some of the mold issues that you have.
If you have any kind of mold issues, it actually reduces your weight in the fodder a little bit because the seed doesn't sprout to its full extent like it should. But it's actually a non-toxic mold to the animals, so it doesn't bother us to see a little bit of it. We try to control it. We have a probiotic that we're putting in with the water that has actually helped us control the mold quite a bit. We like using it better than we do bleach because we don't like putting bleach or chlorine into our animals because they're a ruminant animal and we don't want to kill that bacteria than the rumen. And this actually will grow more bacteria than a probiotic will.
We've also got a vitamin mineral in the fodder that helps it grow a little bit better, but it's not necessarily that. It's our vitamin mineral, so it dissolves in water, and it's good for the deer. Keeps our tick population down, all that.
And the animals actually will get more out of that vitamin mineral by putting it into the fodder because it makes it 3 times more absorbable to the animals by the plants taking it up versus us feeding it straight vitamin and mineral.
Pens now, or a couple of them actually. We've fed some already to the ones behind us, and the deer are going to flood in. But this week they're talking about feeding the fodder and how we do that. We basically come out, and it's something they'll eat right off the ground, so it doesn't hurt us at all to throw it over the fence. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to throw it over, and hopefully they'll come down and eat it. And you guys will be able to see that later on in the video.
Okay, right here you're going to see Jacob as he throws the fodder over into this pen. Any minute now, yeah, there it goes. So you can see the fodder going in. It doesn't matter how it goes in, it can throw it. Really, the only thing they don't like it is in the mud. But here in a little while, you'll see the deer come. There they come. They're going to come down. They're going to eat. Get to watch them as they come in. I wish we had a little bit longer battery life. I could show you. You know, it's amazing how they clean it up. It's really good for them. It hydrates them back. There's a lot of water in this. So right here we're having 95 degree days, and I think it makes them feel better. I can tell a difference. It seems to make them feel better. But just wait around a little, watch it a little while, and some of these other bucks will come in. These are all yearling bucks. Guys, these deer are not in the hunting preserve. They're in our breeding operation. That's exactly what they are. We're watching these deer, hoping some of these deer will come in and become breeders at one time or another. But so they're not huge, but I really like the start, how they're looking. You can tell there's going to be a lot of width in the herd. That is a mature buck right there that just came in. He is a deer that we put in there to keep the young ones from fighting. He kind of keeps peace. He's the sheriff in the pen. But just sit here and watch them, enjoy watching them eat. Pretty neat. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of our fodder. Got to see the deer kind of eating it a little bit. You can tell they enjoy it. They come to it running. They love that good fresh nutrition that they get. It adds a little bit of water. It's full of water, so this time of year in the heat, it's really good for them. It kind of hydrates them back up and going, and they're happy. They like this stuff, so we're really pleased with it. We're going to continue. We got our system from Fodder Works. Good guys to work with. They have really, any problems we had, they're right on top of it, which has been very, very minimal. I can't think of any problems.
They took care of us from the get-go and made sure to explain the system and how it worked, and what to do if things happened, and to where we didn't have to call them if something did happen. We could just make the adjustment.
Highly recommend them. We'll have a section B, again, like we did on the TMR, a little bit more boring stuff. We'll break down the cost, show you the cost differences, the nutritional differences that this fodder does. So, until next week, stay tuned. We'll see you then.